All right. Yeah, I guess we can start. I think we have a good number of viewers, so I guess we should start. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to today's Facebook Live event. My name is Alex, and I'm the talent acquisition specialist at Filta. And one of the responsibilities that I have as part of the recruitment team is to look for talented graphic designers to join our fabulous team. So, our foreign and overseas clients are frequently looking to hire creative digital artists. So, it's my task to connect them with the best of the best. So, if you think you're one of the best of the best, like you belong in that category, the big question we want to answer in today's Facebook Live is what makes you the best of the best? To all our viewers, welcome to the Anatomy of a Successful Graphic Designer, where we discuss what it takes to launch a booming creative career. So, by the way, like I said in the beginning, make sure you guys join our new Facebook page called Digital and Design Jobs PH. I think our social media manager, Denny, will be in the comment section providing the link to that because that's where we post all our openings, all amazing job opportunities in the digital and the creative industry. So there we go. All right. To continue, we actually have a very special guest for today. Joining us this afternoon is Filta's very own graphic designer, Jeannica Ventura. Just to give you guys a quick background, Jet has been a graphic designer for more than 4 years now, and she's experiencing both digital and print. And interestingly, she's very interested in learning about UI and UX. So make sure you guys stick until the end because she's going to be answering a lot of questions from you guys as well. All right, let me just share my screen so we can start the presentation. I hope you guys are ready. All right. I hope you guys can can see my screen right now. Um, let's start. So first, of course, the way to start things is defining things. Let's define first what a graphic designer is. And what they do. So the simplest way to explain it is that they create visual concepts to convey information. So this can include posters, billboards, packaging, logos, and all the marketing materials. So most designers are usually part of a company's marketing team because they work alongside marketing professionals. I hope you guys agree on me with that. Depending on the industry, usually most graphic designers I've spoken to, they come from a different background. Like they've worked in publishing houses, advertising agencies, and sometimes they work as an in-house designer for companies belonging to various industries as well. So aside from creating visual art, they also select photos, typefaces, they develop layouts for advertisements, create annual reports. So these are just some of the responsibilities that they have. They also design for brochures, magazines, anything else. I think these are the things that you have to learn through either university or you can be self-taught. Yeah, now that we've defined what a graphic designer is, let's dive deeper into what are the skills required for being a graphic designer. So let's go. The first skill that you have is the ability to design eye-catching visuals that are easily understood without a lot of thinking. So it's more than just putting things together like random icons or colors. So it has to be well thought of to get the message across to the audience. Of course, that's very important as a graphic designer that you're able to deliver the message, right? I hope you guys agree on that. And of course, you can also have the experience with typography, web design, and color theory. So I think those things are to be learned either again in university or just study on your own, continuously improving and educating yourself in terms of skills and the technical skills needed actually. All right, and of course, yeah, it's also important for designers to have the flexibility and be able to take criticism. So just a tip, one of the things that I ask during interviews, especially with graphic designers, is how they handle criticism. So this can include negative feedback. So keep that in mind if ever you get invited for an interview with me. Prepare for that question. And then the last skill that the graphic designer should have is to be very familiar with the several design softwares like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, because these are the tools that you need really, right? So all the Adobe Creative Cloud tools. That's actually one of the questions that I ask as well during the interviews. If you guys can list down those, the tools that you're familiar or comfortable using already. All right, now that we've gone through the skills, let's talk about what makes a good graphic designer. Let's see. All right, one of the most important aspects of being considered as a good designer is having the ability to listen, not just to your boss, more importantly, to the client. Of course, a good designer should always listen, be attentive, and don't be shy to ask questions. Listening means that the designer gains critical knowledge, and it's this that gives rise to truly effective design solutions. So be sure to listen to your clients. I think that's the most important in terms of keeping the relationship with them. All right. The next one is a good designer must have the ability to put the clients in an informed position so that they can make evidence-based decisions. Of course, working with clients, they don't always see the step-by-step process, right? So it's better to keep them informed. You should be able to show them not just one. Of course, they have to have the options, like the set of options in terms of the design. It's for them to make an informed decision about the direction of the project as well. All right. The third one, a good designer, they always have a passion for effective design. So effective design, it's different from just design in general. A designer can be as passionate as they like about their designs, but if the design is ineffective, it's basically useless. They should have the drive to produce a brilliant design solution actually that answers the client's need. I think that's the most important part, answering the client's needs, and one which achieves a set goal. So not just putting together the elements that you want, any elements that you want, like putting icons or elements all together. It has to have it has to achieve the goal of the clients. I think that's the most important thing. All right. It has to deliver the message clearly. And then lastly, a good designer should have the ability to generate many different ideas for the same project. Um, to further elaborate on that, it's not good enough for a designer to say that they're creative. We need to be more specific. So a good designer should use their creativity to generate many different ideas for the same project. Every project, they have many solutions. So the designer has the responsibility to explore these solutions with the client. I hope you guys agree on me on that. I can see your comments here. Happy Friday to those who are just coming in. Now, I guess we can go to what makes a bad designer. I know, of course, you have to know what makes a bad designer. Number one thing is if they don't ask questions. Someone I know, they always say that no question is a dumb question. If it can help, the process, the design, creating the designs, go ahead, ask your clients. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, in good graphic design, of course, communication is key. So if a designer doesn't ask questions to understand your values and your culture or your audience, um, they won't be able to make a huge impact, actually. The second one, they don't offer up their own design ideas. The clients or the companies that the designers work for, of course, they would expect them to bring fresh and creative perspectives into the project. So if you call a graphic designer to do a logo or an ad for your company, and then they just accept the first idea without question, they don't care about the success of the campaign, basically. Just a tip. And then the third one, you're a bad designer if the intended message of their designs is unclear. If a user is confused after looking at a design or they didn't understand the message, then that designer has failed, unfortunately. Every design needs to have a clear point. So right off the bat, a user should be able to clearly understand what you're trying to say to them. And then the fourth one, the most important one, I think, is if they're unable to take criticisms. So if a designer acts offended when their designs or their ideas are not accepted, it could be a bad sign, because a graphic designer in a company must be willing to work as a team. So if they aren't able to receive criticisms, and then they won't be able to accept and share creative ideas, right? So I think this is actually one of the questions that they ask as well during interviews. So I wanted to know how they usually handle criticisms or negative feedback, because it's very important. It comes with the job, basically. I hope you guys agree with me on that. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello to those who are just coming in. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are excited. All right. The next one, how to find clients. I think most designers who are doing freelance are having a hard time with this specific question. How do they find the clients successfully? So, the first tip that I have is to go where the graphic design clients already are. So, you can attend conferences, seminars, meetups, or conventions, um, anywhere a possible graphic designer clients may attend. So, it's a good idea to network and introduce yourselves and the services that you have and you can do. So you can also network yourself online, and there are a lot of Facebook pages that you can join. You can post your artworks there. A potential client might need a certain design that they can just approach you for, and they see your designs there and think that it's, oh, this one's actually really good. So they can just easily approach you on that, on Facebook groups actually. Another platform that can be used is LinkedIn. I'm not sure if everyone here has LinkedIn profiles, but it's a really good platform to be in. A lot of connections you can make with people, especially with clients as well. You can introduce yourself and be as active as possible. So that's my first tip to get clients. The second one is using cold outreach to design clients. I think a straightforward way to get potential clients is to email them about your services. For example, you can just let them know that you specialize in branding, or you can create their website designs. So it's the easiest, most straightforward way you can get the clients. Just be very specific though in terms of letting them know what you can do for them, like your services, and how it will benefit their business or their brands. The third tip that I have to get clients, it's to be easy to find. Let me explain this. Make sure that your website or your portfolios, they're easily searchable. So optimize SEO, allow the potential clients to see your name easily. So when they search on Google, they can just click on your portfolios easily. Another thing that I find as a recruiter is when candidates submit their CVs. Actually, you can include your portfolio links to your CV, but sometimes I don't get to click on that because it's not clickable. So make sure it is. And sometimes I can't copy paste as well because it's in a PDF file. That causes problems because I can't view your portfolio. So just be sure that your portfolio is very, very easy to find. There. The fourth tip that I have to find clients is to optimize your portfolio for client conversions. To explain this, of course, your portfolio is the place where you convert site visitors into interested clients. So make sure that the clients can easily contact you through your portfolio. Of course, it's just an easy thing to do. Put your contact details there so they can easily reach you if they like your portfolio, right? All right. And also make sure that the links are working there as well, because sometimes, if you check the portfolio and you can't even click on the link, that's kind of frustrating, especially if you think at first glance the portfolio is really, really good. So there. All right. Now, since it's just natural for us to advance our career, most designers are looking forward to becoming a senior graphic designer. Of course, that's just the natural thing to do and expect. So I actually have the steps or tips in terms of becoming a senior graphic designer. If you're a junior right now aspiring to lead a team, maybe in the future, just to define senior graphic designers, they would usually have the degree in graphic design or any creative degree. So they have 3 to 5 years of experience usually um, in lead designer roles or previous senior designer experience. They're usually the ones responsible for conceptualization and implementation of the design of solutions. So they're called senior not because they're old, but because of their authority in decision making. Because they hold the lead role in projects and they supervise immediate and junior designers. I'm sure the designers watching right now who report to their senior graphic designers would agree that their senior designers are the ones usually collaborating or communicating directly with the clients. So the senior graphic designers would give the brief to the juniors, if that makes sense. All right. Yeah. So this position, it requires specialized knowledge of methods and techniques in graphic design and layout. So they're usually the ones who, like I said, they interact directly with the clients. And as a senior, they should demonstrate a high level of proficiency in design. So of course, they have to be very proficient in terms of the softwares to use. They should be very comfortable actually. Like it has to come naturally since they're the ones in the field for a longer time than junior designers. All right. I think that's about all that I can share in terms of graphic design. I admit I don't have any background in designing. I just happen to know these because, like I said in the beginning, I'm the recruiter you go to if you're interested in pursuing a career in graphic design. Because here at Filta, we do get a lot of graphic design openings. If you guys can check out our Facebook page, we just started a new page. It's called Digital and Design Jobs PH. You can check out the link here in the comment box. I think they provided it. And also you can check out our website as well. It's www.filtaglobal.com/careers. So we have a lot of graphic designer positions for you guys as well. So make sure if you're interested to join Filta. All right. Let me see. I think right now we can actually call on our special guest, Jeannica. If Jack can just show herself right now. Is she here with us?
Hello, guys.
There we go. Hi, Jet. How are you?
Hi. Happy Friday. I'm okay. I'm good.
That's good. Happy Friday. I hope you're ready to answer a lot of questions. I think
That's
we have a lot of viewers right now. By the way, guys,
nice.
if you stick to the end of the this live, we're giving out the free certificate. So make sure you stick until the end. We will be giving the link as to how you're gonna get that certificate. So thank you guys so much for joining us. All right. Yeah, Jet, I actually have a few questions for you,
All
if you
right.
don't mind.
Sure. Let's
All
get it.
right. First question for Jenica. What do you think makes you stand out from other graphic designers in your field?
Mm. I think what makes you stand out from other graphic designers would be on how you are passionate and effective on your design works. It's
Mhm.
also how you can contribute creative solutions for your employers and clients so that it'll be like easier for them when it comes to like branding and stuff. So you can help them achieve their goals for their company.
Yeah, I have to agree on that. The passion, it's really important. You can't continue doing something if you're not really passionate about it. I hope you
Yes,
agree.
I do.
All right. Yeah.
100%.
Next question for you, Je. How do you deal with difficult creative briefs and sometimes even difficult clients you get to work
All
with?
right. I get to have this question a lot of times, but I gotta agree with the qualities of a good designer because it's important to always listen with your client or your employer so you can have effective design solutions that will both work for you and your boss or your client. And also you have to stay calm and be composed or professional at all times. So, you don't mess with
Right.
client or your boss.
Yeah, because you have to continue building that relationship with your client, of
Yes.
course, right? All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I like that answer, Je. The third question I have for you is, what's the most fulfilling thing about your role as a graphic designer?
Um, hmm. Well, if you are working from a retail company, I came from a retail company before. So what makes me happy is when I saw all my posters displayed on their shop or on their boutiques. It really makes my heart happy and kilig, and also make me feel that I fulfill the task or the goal that they have for them. And also, what's really fulfilling is that I get to be the one who's responsible when it comes to doing the brandings for the company, because it's basically it's the face of the company. So
Yeah.
you're the one who's responsible for that.
Yeah, I think that is something to be proud of, no. I'm not a designer, but I think, seeing your work displayed everywhere, I think that really is something to be proud of. All
Yes.
right. Um, the fourth question that I have for you, Je, um, do you have any advice on getting clients or being hired?
I actually agreed with you when it comes to what you said a while ago. So you have to market yourself. Like you have to put yourself out. You have to upload or all your works in Behance or in social medias. Connect through LinkedIn. That's important platform for us professional. And also, it's important to make your portfolio really professional, because
Yeah.
there was this one time when I chatted a design coach in LinkedIn, and then I asked him to like um have an advice for the portfolio that I have before. So the only comment that he made was make my portfolio in coffee book style. So that's what I did. So I guess that's also an advice for you guys. If you wanna revise your portfolio, make sure to make it as professional as it is. And also, I agree with what Alex says. When the link is not clickable or something, it really lessens your chances in getting your work. So you have to be sure that the links that you put in your portfolio is working. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most frustrating things as a recruiter, actually. When I review portfolios, when I review CVs, actually, and they provide their links there, but I can't click on it. Or like during in their portfolios, they feature
Yeah.
an artwork that they did, and there's just a link, but I can't access it. So there's nowhere for me to judge, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Je. Last question that I have for you before we answer the viewers' questions here. I think we're getting
Right.
quite a few.
Sure.
Um, for anyone thinking of starting a career in graphic design, what is your number one tip that you can give them?
I think I have at least two. Like
Hmm?
you have to be passionate all the time, and you always need to be adaptable at all times, because I think graphic design or the design trends is always changing. So you have to be adaptable at all times.
That's actually
Yeah.
a very good tip because I think in the design industry, it's almost changing every day, like design trends
Yeah.
coming up, right? So it's good to keep learning new skills,
Yes, I
right?
agree.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for answering my questions, Jeff. Maybe we can go to the
Problem.
viewers' questions. I
All
can
right,
read them for you
sure.
and see if you can answer them. I have a question from Adriel. So she's asking, what should you put in a portfolio?
Ah, to be honest, you don't have to put all your works from for your portfolio. You just have to choose which one is best, which it's your choice, but you don't have to choose. You don't have to put everything because it's gonna be
Right.
cluttered and all. So
That's a very good tip because sometimes some candidates they would actually put the ones that are, way back 17
yeah,
years ago, something like that.
I actually noticed that on some of the portfolios that I'm seeing. So I think you don't have to put everything on your, and also, it's okay to put a personal study. I think it's all right, but as long as it's new and it doesn't have to be like way back 5 years ago or something.
Right. All right. Thank you for answering that. Thank you, Adriel, for sending us your question. The next question for you, Jet, would be from GML. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but she's asking, is making a personal website necessary or just an online portfolio like Behance? Would that be enough?
Ah, to be honest, it's all right if you have a personal website. It's actually okay with the recruiters, I guess. I mean, it's easier for them to find your portfolio and all because you have like your name in that com, right? So I guess it's all right. But if you don't have the like resources or the money or you don't know how to put up a website, it's okay also to put up Behance, which is also accessible for recruiters.
Yeah, I actually spent a lot of time in Behance looking at different kinds of graphic design. So
Yeah.
a Behance would do, I think. Thank you, Jet. Thank you so much, GML, for that question. The next question would be from Jason. He said, "Hi, Jet. Tips on
Hi,
how to
Jason.
produce effective design when you're in a corporate or government industry."
Oh, that's a nice question. Actually, what I do most of the time is I like put up like a mood board for my boss or for my client, so they have like a heads up on what I will be doing or what path I will be going when it comes to designing like a poster or like a promo, right? So I think it's best to like do a mood board first or like a pegboard for them to like see which design trend are you going, something like that. I
Yeah,
usually do
that's
that.
actually a really good advice. Yeah, thank you, Jet. I hope, Jason, that answered your question. Next question from Nico. Can you cite at least one big challenge in your journey in being a graphic designer, especially in facing or finding clients? And how do you overcome
I
on this
see.
situation? So, a very challenging
Very
journey.
fun. Yeah, I actually agree. I mean, the finding of clients is very challenging. But as I have said, you have to put yourself out there, especially in LinkedIn. Like a lot of professional usually connects with you and then message you if you like want to have a part-time work or something. I think if you're having a hard time finding work, I think LinkedIn is the first step you should make because it's easier for that platform to like find jobs and all.
Right. Yeah, very good advice, Jet. Thank you for that. Denny actually has a question for you.
I did.
Yep. Denny's asking, when was the last time you felt like you wanted to quit your design career and why and what did you do to overcome it? Wow. Very beauty queen question.
Hey. Hmm. I think like recently, like last year, when the pandemic, I think the pandemic really like put a toll on me when it comes to like designing because I think it's harder to do like a creative brainstorm when you're online. For
Yep.
me, yeah, I guess because I'm usually with my team and all. So I think last year was really, yeah, it's really
Because of the
hard for me
pandemic. Yep. I think a lot
because
of
of the
people.
pandemic. But I guess
Right.
everything's falling apart with right now. So I guess thank you, Filta.
So how did you
Because
overcome that?
overcome that. Well, I always talk to my fellow designers on what they do with. with being frustrated with having creative blocks and all. So yeah.
Yeah, I think a really good support system is important,
Yes,
especially when you're, um,
I
facing
agree.
challenges. All right. I think that would be all the questions we can accommodate for now. I'm so sorry, guys. If you guys want more, I think there's going to be, like a series for this. So just stay tuned. Follow our Facebook page again. Go to our website. I do have a couple of jobs that I will advertise for you because I am looking for graphic designers. Um, Here, I'm looking for a Shopify graphic designer. So if you guys have an experience in Shopify designing for e-commerce websites, specifically Shopify, please contact me. The email is careers@filtaglobal.com. So just send us your resume, or the link is on the comment box, I think. There we go. Click on that link and apply. Just make sure you answer the assessment form. Another opening that I have is a web designer. So if you guys are a web designer looking for an opportunity to work with an Australian team, make sure you guys click on the link in the comment section. I am interviewing people for this role. So if you guys want to join in, just apply on our website. And lastly, I am looking for a graphic designer. So this one's more on the traditional graphic design. Someone who has experience with both digital and print. It's also for an Australian company. So if you guys want to work for an Australian company, the link is on the comment section below. So that's how you apply. But yeah, I think we've reached the end of our Facebook Live event. I hope you guys learned a lot about the steps and the actions it takes to thrive in the design industry, alongside additional insights from a professional designer, Jeff. I'd like to thank you, Je, for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank
And of
you,
course,
Alex.
I would also like to thank the viewers that we have, for tuning
Yeah.
in and for listening to the event. Before we
Thank you,
end, of
guys.
course, guys, make sure you check out the link as to how you're going to get the what do you call that? The certificate, the
Certificate.
e-certificate for attending this. So there we go. By the way, I just wanted to advertise as well that we do have a referral program. So if ever you don't fit into these roles that I have and you know someone who does, we actually give out 10,000 peso cash to successful hires. So that's a big amount of money, right? Make sure that you guys refer up. Just email us the CV of your referral at careers@filtaglobal.com. So there we go. 10,000 instant cash. All right, guys, that would be all, I think. Thank you guys again so much. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot from this. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.